So one of the reasons that I do what I do is because I want to help you guys break free from narcissistic abuse, of course, and the people that do not wish you well, okay? So there is people that you get entangled with and they don't wish you well, they want you gone. So that was my biggest inspiration to start this platform, so that I can help to break empaths free. Now, for those of you who don't know, when I talk about enemies, I'm talking about the people that are in your life and taking up space, and they shouldn't be there. I'm talking about narcissists. I'm talking about different forms of toxic individuals. Because I know, I've been in that game. I've played along with the game for a very long period of time, so I know what it is, okay? So, I remember living a narcissist. I do not have any words to explain the pain of living a narcissist. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not seen pain, then I don't believe you have left a narcissist behind at any point in your life. It is very, very, very painful. I do not wish that pain on anyone. You empaths out there, I do not wish that pain on you guys. Now you see, I was thinking, there was a time when I thought that everything had come to the end. Life had come to a standstill. I didn't know what to do. I was hurting that time. You know me, I say things the way they are because I want you guys to know the truth. I did not know what to do with myself. There is kids. I'm leaving kids behind. The marriage is finished. I was messed up, okay? I will promise you, I was messed up in that time. But the only thing I didn't understand that time was that was just the beginning of my blessing. You see, a lot of you guys empaths, you are attached to the wrong people. You are attached to your parents. I've seen so many times empaths, oh, he's my father, they're my mother, you know. They're messing you up. They are messing your entire life up. But you're still defending them, oh, he's my parents, he's my mother, he's my father. It's okay. We all agree they're your parents. But are they really doing what parents do? Are they really doing, that's the question you need to ask yourself, are they really doing what parents do? Ladies and gentlemen, I can promise you, the end of any situation, it doesn't matter, it's a job, it's a relationship, marriage, is the beginning of something new. So for me, when I look back, fast forward, I'm understanding that these things actually were happening for me, okay? Is there something what is going on around the world with you guys? Those things you think they are the end, that moment, that point of reaching the end is the beginning of your life. Why do I believe that the enemy will fall in their own trap? You know, at the end of those narcissistic relationships, I've given you a real case scenario of a narcissist, but it can be many forms of toxic individuals. When toxic people are getting out of your life, first of all, they make it very painful. So you've already been hurt, you're on the floor. They'll add more salt to the wound, you know? You guys know what I'm talking about when I talk about narcissists. they are going to simply add more salt to the wound. And you see, the narcissist doesn't think the way you do, you and me. The narcissist thinks that, you can leave, you're gone, and they are going to very quickly run around and hold on to somebody else. And they are going to pretend that you never existed. And you see, one of the most shocking things, you may sometimes try to look at the new supply, and you're going to see that these individuals, the person they have replaced in your position, they are most likely equally as toxic as you are, as they are, because those guys, they don't have a time to check all the details. They don't have a time to tick all the dots, to tick all the they don't have time to confirm what they're getting into. So they run into relationships very quickly. They just go around to the strip club. They can meet up. They can hook up with a prostitute. And the next 2 days, they're in love. Oh, I met somebody new. Now you're seeing your competition is a prostitute. Now they are destroying a 20-year-old marriage. And then they are running for a prostitute. They are destroying a 20-year-old marriage. They are running from somebody from the streets, And sometimes if you're not attentive, you might think that you've lost. You might think that you've failed. So most of the times, that's why you see a lot of times, people who have left narcissists, they get the feeling that they have failed, okay? You have failed that relationship, you have failed your family, you have failed your kids, because that's what the narcissist wants you to believe. And that's not true. When they abandon you and run off, you'll be left empty, brokenhearted, in pain. But within a number of months, for a lot of you guys who have resisted the hoovers and everything, you have resisted to return to toxic people. Whether they have been your parents or relationship partners or things like that, you have resisted those hoovers. You're going to figure out that those individuals, they have made a mistake. You're going to know, you will know. All these things are going to come to you, that particular person you've been dealing with, they have made a mistake. Whether it's too late or not, you have nothing to do with that. You're out of there, you're gone. And now those individuals, they have to deal with that person that they have replaced you with. You don't really believe that a person will abandon you and run off to somebody new. Like for example, in this case, we talk about these narcissists. You don't believe the new supply, the so-called new supply. You don't really believe that they don't know about you. Those people, before they start hanging around with those narcissists, they have learned everything about you. Of course, not the good things, because the narcissist will not normally talk about the good things. They will meet somebody new and they will talk about you in a very negative way, so they will actually smear your name before they get into those entanglements. But let me tell you something, most of the times you are going to realize the narcissist, those kind of toxic people, they are falling in the trap. You see, the intention in the beginning was to cause pain, as much pain as they could, by leaving you behind and abandoning you off and running off to somebody else. Sometimes you can see parents who they abandon their own children, they discard their own children. You guys, the black sheep, this. Sometimes the black sheep will extract themselves, but sometimes you will be actually discarded by your parents. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. It is a matter of time. You're going to realize there is individuals that you have left behind. They had set up traps for you to fail. The intention was to fail because, the more the pain they inflict on your lives is the more disorganized you get. So most of the times you cannot get yourself back up, okay? Sometimes I'm looking back and I'm thinking, how did I get myself together? Ladies and gentlemen, for the most of you guys, you don't know me. You don't know me. I understand because you just made this channel. But I can guarantee you, I did not think at any one point in time that I'll ever get myself back up together. I didn't think that. I didn't think so. I didn't think this way. But here I am. Okay? So I'm giving you encouragement for the most of you guys who are leaving toxic people behind. You're leaving toxic parents behind. You're leaving toxic work environments behind. Something good is going to come up. And you're going to realize that what was actually the end of whatever situation you've been before, it is simply the beginning of your life. You look back in years and you will thank God for intervening and removing you out of toxic situations. Because, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. For the most of you guys who don't know this, there is always moments when those narcissists, they start regretting their decisions that they have done, that they have made. Because they're going to realize that the people that they have replaced you with, they're not worth it, okay? You've been with them for years. You know, you've struggled with them, you've helped them, you've validated them. You've been there from day one. You know, grade A supply. You guys know the thing what they call the grade A supply. You've been the grade A supply. And it was never valued. So those individuals, because of their ego, they thought that they could punish you. They thought that they could inflict some amount of pain on your life, in your life. But the only thing they didn't realize, they were actually setting themselves up for failure. So they were falling in their own trap. And most of the times the narcissist will not come around and tell you this. So they'll usually hide some of these things from you. You know, they don't want you to know what is going on with them and the new supply. Well, I've had a chance to figure out a lot of things, what was really going on, you know, back in the vicinity with the new supply. I've had a chance to, you know, figure out some of these things. And I've really understood that things are not going well, okay? They are struggling. Remember that these guys, they get bored in a few weeks, in a few months. They're already bored, you know. Once they sleep with you, they don't have any business to do with you. So they start getting bored, and they start seeking for somebody else. So that's how this thing operates. That's how they operate. Their mind works. But they are going to get trapped with somebody else because they thought they were punishing you. But the only thing they didn't understand is that they were punishing yourselves. They were punishing themselves. So any situation that has ended between you and a toxic person, I want you to pray for the grace and the patience to release that energy and let it go. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many times I've emphasized this. Let it go. Let it go, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a matter of time. It will be weeks, maybe it will be months, maybe it will be years. You are going to see those individuals, they are struggling with any decision that they have made against you. They cannot contain. If it has been a relationship, you need to understand, ladies and gentlemen, the narcissist cannot contain, and then they cannot successfully manage being with somebody for a long time. So whatever they are, there is chaos. You know, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of abuse, there's a lot of lies, there's a lot of cheating, there's a lot of manipulation. And most of the cases, they are thinking that actually you are the best thing that ever happened to them. But most of the time it's too late, you know. Because you see, for a healed empath, you know that person who is going to wake up and take back somebody that has at one point in time been a problem in your life. You will go out there, of course, and do the work. You will heal. You will discover more beautiful souls in your life, better things for yourself, even a better life for yourself. But you're going to realize the individuals that you've left behind. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking this thing from experience. I've seen this. I continue to see it until this day. Anybody that you left behind, they're going through it all. They are going through it all. It's a new supply, they are struggling. They're with somebody new, they are struggling. They are realizing the mistake they have done. But you see, there's a problem with the ego. You don't expect them to come around and apologize. Or, you know, sorry, maybe back in the days I made a mistake. They could come around and, you know, cry a little bit of these crocodile tears. But you're already too healed to to figure this thing out. It's very easy for you to know that everything is a lie, you know. They showed you who they really were, who they really are. They showed you who they really are. They showed you that they're not the people that you thought they were, by running off and leaving you in tears. But wherever they went, it will be weeks, maybe months, maybe years. You will see that they are really struggling because they are finally trapped. I've told you guys, anybody that has been a toxic person in your life and they have run off and abandoned you and run off to somebody else and left you in pain, ladies and gentlemen, those guys have made the wrong decision. You are the best thing that they had in their lives, and they just couldn't see this. You are the best thing. When you're talking about low frequency people, they don't have the ability to understand the consequences of their decisions. Okay, so sometimes they are going to make decisions that you cannot even comprehend in your mind. You cannot even fathom in your mind. They are going to make decisions that are going to set them up for failure. So this whole thing of abuse and toxic people, and you know, all the people who don't wish you well, all the people who are after you, all the people who are wishing you evil, all those kind of individuals, I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, they have blinders on their eyes. They will never see you for who you really are. So sometimes they are going to take you for granted, you know. They will abandon you in the most difficult times. Sometimes they will abandon you, send you out of the house. You know, maybe it's at that time you was living with the narcissist. At some point, they send you out of the house. You could have gone homeless. They could have caused you to lose your jobs at some point in time. But I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, those individuals, they are going to realize at some point that they have fallen in their own trap. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't beat yourselves up. If it has ended, let it go. Don't spy on them. Don't go around looking for them. Don't see what they are doing. Don't check out their social medias. Let it go. Let them be. And you're going to realize what exactly they are going through at some point in time. So let us know what you think about this video in the comment section below. You do know that I do love and appreciate your support. Book a session, donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desmo signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.